up, HRV? I'm Brisa Magana.
And I'm Maria Bustos. Welcome to What's Up, our weekly show about what's going on at the high school.
We have a lot of sports in today's show. First, we have an update on how the winter sports teams are doing.
The girls' basketball team played at Ridgeview last night, but results weren't available for press time. They will play at home next Friday.
The boys' basketball team also played on Thursday night. Before that game, they were 5-0 and in first place in the conference.
The swim teams have their district meet today at the Hood River Aquatic Center. Please go down and check it out. Their state meet is next week.
Girls wrestlers Grace Miller, Elena Kroll, and Grace McCafferty head to the state meet on February 22nd and 23rd. The girls team won the state dual meet championship.
The boys wrestling team is at Pendleton today for their district meet. Their state meet is also February 22nd and 23rd.
Talent reporter Erica Wallenstein went more in depth with one of our winter sports, Nordics skiing. Here's her story.
Hi, I'm Marshall Bailey. I'm one of the captains on the Hood River Valley High School Nordic team. We practice Mondays and Wednesdays. Nordic skiing is kind of a hybrid. Instead of going downhills on alpine skis, we think it's fun to ski uphills. Not sure why, but we do it anyway. It's including skiing and cross-country running, so there's a lot of endurance work that goes into skiing Nordic, and lots of technique, which makes it very hard.
My favorite memory on the Nordic team is going to Bend because we all stayed together and got to know each other a lot better, and we raced the next morning and it was really fun. I think the hardest part is learning how to skate ski because it's a lot of technique.
I'm Josephine Sten, and this is my second year on the Nordic team. And my first impression of the team was that it's a pretty laid-back sport. Not a lot of the kids that do it are super experienced, so we kind of just mess around, have fun. My favorite part of Nordic is that we get to go up to the mountain because not a lot of people get to do that, and we just kind of ski around, look at the stars, super pretty.
Being a beginner, it's a little hard because there's a lot of people who are better than you, especially if you don't pick it up fast. But it's fun because there's a lot of beginners, and so we're kind of all in it together.
With the winter season ending, spring sports are coming up.
Zach Wells and Harrison Howell looked at how some spring athletes are preparing for the season.
What do you want your players to do in the off-season to get ready for the regular season?
It's a good question because I think a lot of athletes and a lot of families nowadays think that specializing in one sport maybe is the only way to do it, and that's not necessarily the wrong thing to do, but from my perspective and my standpoint, I would advise my athletes to be working out in different ways outside of baseball. So in the off season, getting in the weight room, working on strength and mobility, and obviously conditioning, giving that arm a rest a little bit, not being as rotational, just to free up the hips a little bit more. I'm a huge proponent of kids playing football, run across country, swimming, doing anything active and competing that is not baseball because, I think just competing in different avenues kind of makes a well-rounded athlete. And I want guys that know how to compete at the varsity level in baseball. That's the one sport where it's just you and the other guy a lot of the times, and sometimes you have to have that mental edge, and you can pick that up in other ways, in other sports.
All right, so what do you want your players to be doing during the off-season to get ready for the regular season?
The first thing they should be doing is playing a winter sport. That's the best way to get in shape and the best way to stay athletic. Secondly, we have open hitting to get involved in. Come over to Westside and get your hitting in, and then just staying physically active. Do what you can to go for a run. Make sure you're in athletic development, those sorts of things.
That's our show for the week. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget about El Baile next Friday, the 15th. Check out posters in the hall for more information.
We'll leave you with the question of the week. Christian, Alex, and Andy asked students a series of this or that questions.
Come back next week and we'll tell you what's up.
Since you're the basketball coach, we wanted to know Kobe or LeBron.
I'm going to have to go with Kobe.
Who is the better musical artist, Soulja Boy or Ariana Grande?
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Why do you feel this way?
Thank you. Next.
No tears left to cry.
God is a woman. What is the better movie, Frozen or Lion King?
Lion King.
Why do you feel this way?
Better songs.
Okay. Shrek 1 or Shrek 2?
I'd probably go with Shrek 2 or Shrek 1 because it has All-Star in it.
Cool. Rams or the Patriots?
That is a hard one. I'm going to go with Rams, little underdog action, and also Brandon Cooks, I believe, played for the Rams, and he went to OSU, and that was my master's alumni school, so we're going Rams.